Okay, so we started out doing some random wedge practice, Brian, and we talked about you speeding up your backswing. So you were 0.9 when we started, and you're down to 0.6, and that made a huge difference, not only in your contact, but also your distance control and your direction. So you had some really good shots. As it relates to full swing, you had a left to right wind today that was strong, and you left the face open a little bit, and some of that is related to right in here. When you get into this transition phase, I really want you to feel like you're already bowing this lead wrist, and that's going to help you square the face. You can see there, that's not that bad an impact position. We really couldn't see that on TrackMan. It looks much better. But there is a little bend and breakdown there. It's not terrible. It's not bad. We need to shore that up a little better, though. And yeah, a little bit further. No, a little bit further. No, you're good. No, it's good that you're watching that. I know you've watched a lot of stuff. You're studying the game. That's good. Your feet are flared. You know, you're not getting any lateral shift to speak of. You got an unbelievable shoulder turn. That's a huge turn. That's way more turn than I have. So overall, I'm very happy with your golf swing. I want you to work on, for your golf swing, something that we worked hard on with your wedges, and that's speeding up your backswing. And that's going to compromise your ball striking maybe a little bit if you go out and do it on the course, but we're not playing much golf right now, so it's okay to practice this. I like putting girls on here because people don't think, you know, these girls, they don't hit it like they hit it like 230, 240, but they get a lot out of their swings. She's got a strong grip, a wide stance, very flexible, gets behind the ball. Notice her hips reverse. So her hips kind of do that, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. Now watch her stay behind it and really get underneath it. And that's where I'm talking to. You were asking me, why do I hit down on it? Well, you don't look like that, do you? These girls that are little teeny things, 100 pounds, they get way behind it and head up with that driver. Look where that club's going. Watch this. This club is coming up, man. It's coming up hard through the driving zone. Look how fast that thing goes up. Look at this. See how quick it goes up? Look how far behind it she is. Now that takes a lot of flexibility in your spine, but she's way behind that ball, and man, she's hitting that thing. No, and I don't know who that is. I want to find out. NG Park or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, that is the reason why I put her up here, is because I knew she really stays behind it. And look at how she extends her legs, and watch her left foot come off the ground here. She's got some vertical force. So, you know, and you don't need that because you're a big guy. You're 200 pounds, and you got plenty of power. But you could hit up a little more, and that's what I'm talking about.
So even on that forearm, my head could get back.
You know, a little bit more, and this left arm, you know, and left wrist, we got to shore that up. That left wrist is going into extension too early here. Notice her lead wrist. See how she's in flexion there? See, that wrist isn't doing this, right? She's there, right. That's how you keep the face square. Look at your club face relative to, see how close it is relative to hers. Well, it's hard to tell, but yeah, that's definitely a different look, isn't it?
Is that a feeling?
You can practice that at home, man.
Feeling from, I tell you, I'm dead. That's what
yeah.
Is that a feeling?
And then hit some. Yeah.
Feeling like I'm hitting with the left hand?
Not necessarily with the left hand, but the wrist is going to do this. Yeah, you're going to feel like that wrist is doing that. And then I want this arm. Yeah, make your arms as long as you can and go out that way. Think about it. If you swing across the ball, what's your arm going to do? It's going to bend, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And you know what? There are guys that have this look. Jordan Spieth's one of them. He can play a little bit. I mean, so, you know, Peter Uihlein, he's got a good-looking golf swing. There's that left wrist, you know, so that's what I'm really wanting you to work on, you know, and that's, you can practice that. That's a learned skill. You got to do it slowly. Harold Varner, this boy can play now. And he doesn't putt very well, but let me tell you, when this guy starts to hit, when he starts to putt and believe in himself a little bit, look at the wrist right there. Man, that thing is perfect right there. Boom. That's some good looking motion. That is really good at the top, really good in delivery. Notice how that shaft and club are pointing right at the target there, and it's a good looking swing. Stricker, and he's an old man like me, but I'm tell you what, he's got a very square. They all look the same right there, pretty much. Quiet feet. That lead wrist is flat. Boom. So
How do your arms feel as far as tension?
I don't have a lot of tension. No. I know. But that's okay. I mean, that's something you can pay attention to. Nicholas told me one time, just feel like your forearms are rubber, man. When I touch your forearms, I should be able to push them in. You know, like if you're squeezing it real tight, try to touch my arm. I'm going to squeeze it real tight. You feel how tight that is? Now watch this. Now go. That's how I hold it. It's a big difference. When you contract those muscles, you're squeezing tight. You don't want it bad. You don't want to do that. Because it's naturally going to squeeze. As you swing faster, the club is going to naturally, you're going to grip the club a little bit tighter. Because otherwise it would fly out of your hand. So, yeah, I mean, your golf swing looks good. I'm not worried about that. I want you to... It looks good. I just got to get that breakdown in your lead wrist is why you're having some trouble. You got to hit some punch shots, you know, and work on that extension.